The nature swimming in my backyard right now. You like that grass? Alright, this is the day after. And just like that, everything's gone. It's all back to normal, alright? Alright. See, all the water's gone. So I'm gonna go take a walk around. I haven't really been around besides out in the shop. I spent about 5 hours last night emptying it out and vacuuming and trying to get as much of the water out of there as we could. I put a couple heaters in there overnight. Didn't really do much. They're not keeping up with the cold. It's about 50 degrees out here, 40, 45, 50. First thing you notice is the fire pit. There's the old burnt logs and stump that were in the pit that are now outside of the pit. The carport survived. There was water flowing right underneath and through it. You can see the water line on the tire of the Chevy there. Not a whole lot, but doesn't look like I lost any gravel or anything. Just a bunch more mud on top. It's back in the little racetrack here. Yeah, everything's just covered in silt. Looks like the surface of the moon or something. Look at that. Or the water drops coming off the trees or something. It's pretty messy back here. Jeez. There's just water flowing through all these little spots all the way around. You see, I'm just standing in several inches of mud back here. This is the back turn on the track here. This place is just a mess. Trees got kind of moved and pushed around a little bit. This thing wasn't here before. I don't know where it came from. But you can see the grass is all swept over. And here we are at the pond. This area I want to see. It was flowing. Obviously you can tell by the grass here. It was just flowing like crazy. Filled in my low spot there. Looks like my stream got redirected a little. Yeah. I got a boat buoy back in there. Looks pretty old, but I'll throw it out on the road and see if somebody up the road it's theirs. But yeah. Don't see any erosion really. Which is good. I didn't want to have to rebuild this whole little dam along here. Let's go back there and see what. And that's what we're reduced to. That's my creek. It's flowing a little bit more than usual still. And I can't believe it didn't rip all these bushes out. Those bushes are up to where all those leaves are. It's just ripping. It's definitely a lot clearer now. I was never able to see all of this right into the pond, so. It's interesting. We put a lot of mud up on this mound right here. It's hard to walk through all this. This is my new mud flat. That's a pond over there. So it's just a low spot. Filled it in good. Alright. This was an area of fill dirt that Brian brought over. We kind of threw it in this low spot. Well, I just kind of washed it all out and turned it into rocks now. So I'll have to rake all that up. It's another little section of the creek here. We actually carved the creek out pretty good. I'm seeing things I never saw before. Like the rock and that stump down there. Kind of clean the weeds out a little bit. That's good. Less work for me to do. And again, I'm standing in mud. And that's that was the big surprise. That it actually picked that log up from way down here. It was buried in the bushes and in the mud there. And it picked it up and pushed it over there. And my my little burn barrel is gone. It got flushed downstream. And the pile of junk I had next to the burn barrel is all that over there. It got washed over there. So it's just kind of a mess out here. Got a big round of a log over here. It looks like it got washed away. But yeah, all this is just a mess now. That's my new log. Figure out what to do with that. A little cinder block wall is what I was putting up when it first started flooding. It worked pretty good until the water went over it. Just didn't last that long. Ooh, that's not good. I just see a hole under there. There's a couple areas where it looks like the water went right underneath the foundation. It might have actually gone all the way underneath to the other side. That's not good. That's the fence behind the shop. It got pushed over by the water. Here's the back of the shop. Lots of little random things that got washed away. The area it looks like it might have washed under is right there, right through the middle of the shop. A lot of this fresh mud here is from us sweeping it out. But yeah, those holes under the foundation kind of worry me. Looks like the slugs and the snails have been busy this morning. Yep, that's about it. That's the propane tank. It was up a little bit. You see the water line on it. It's disconnected, so if it broke free, I wasn't too worried. This shed was up to basically the blue on the bottom. It was right to the edge. It barely seeped inside on one corner. It kind of seeped through the floorboards. In a couple little spots, but no big deal. But I gotta go check out that shed. I haven't been in there. So this shed, you can see the water line there. It's about a foot up the side. This is unlatched. Which is kind of weird. Unless somebody walked out here and checked it out. Yep, it's pretty nasty in here. Looks like it was up a ways. We were a little worried about this, but I figured the motor was high enough that it wouldn't get too wet. It came over the top of the mow deck there, just barely, so nothing but a bunch of wheels and oh man, forgot about that. There's my lawnmower over there. It's still got grass on top. It doesn't look like the motor went under too far, so should be good. It stinks in here. Have to empty this place out and wash it. Get some of the mud out. Yuck.